Unemployment figures are out later today in both the US and Canada, allowing an opportunity to compare what's happening to these North American neighbours. I'm Sophia Aribo, and with me on the line is economist Erin Weir. A National Bank of Canada report last week noted that there's effectively no net job growth in Canada at all in the 6 months to April. After a half-decade of lower unemployment rates and greater job growth in Canada than in the US, the tables are beginning to turn. Can you talk us through this story?
Canadian output and employment have been stronger in recent years, largely because we did not suffer a housing collapse or a credit crunch like in the United States. The tables are starting to turn because after a painful period of curtailing housing supply and reducing personal debt, the U.S. is now building houses again and American consumers are now spending again. The U.S. job market is showing signs of recovery. Meanwhile, because Canada avoided a real estate crash during the financial crisis, our construction sector is only now slowing down. Because we avoided a credit crunch, Canadian household debt has risen to record levels and is only now limiting consumer spending. As a result, our job market has been flat for the past year.
Is it actually possible to make a like-for-like comparison when looking at unemployment in both Canada and the US?
There are important differences between the official unemployment statistics in Canada and the US. For example, the Canadian figures cover the population aged 15 and older, while the American figures cover the population 16 and older. Therefore, the U.S. statistics automatically exclude some of the high unemployment among teenagers. Fortunately, Statistics Canada and the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics both provide versions of the Canadian data adjusted to U.S. concepts. The conclusion is that although the official unemployment rate is now slightly lower south of the border, unemployment is actually a bit higher in the US than in Canada.
And finally, Erin, Canada's interest rate remains unchanged at 1% this month. But do you think that the unemployment figures will influence the rate decision going forward?
The Bank of Canada claims to be solely focused on inflation, but I think it is clear that rising unemployment during the recession eventually prompted our central bank to cut interest rates. The Bank of Canada has kept interest rates low because inflation has remained low. Over the past 2 years, our inflation rate has consistently fallen below the central bank's target of 2%. That changed last month when our inflation rate jumped to 2%. Given the Bank of Canada's fixation on inflation, I think that is the variable to watch in anticipating interest rate decisions.
That's all we have time for now. Thanks to Erin Weir, and thank you for watching Dukascopy TV. Goodbye.